other day I started to make a little table. Well, I didn't start to make one, I started to renovate one, which was given to me by a neighbour to renovate, and it had some nice old hardwood on the top, which was a bit rotten and nasty. I think some parts which are really quite badly damaged, and a lot of the top part was like this, but underneath on a lot of them was okay, so I've been managed to turn them over, give them a good old sand, and the rest of it is kind of a metal framed table, and there's a few joints that have come loose, so I'm going to try and weld those together again and see how they come out. So I've got a couple of jobs to do. I'm just waiting on a welder at the moment, because at the moment we don't have one. I think a neighbour has got one which I can borrow, so hopefully I'll be able to do that in a couple of days' time. But for the meantime, I'm going to be kind of rejudging some of the wood that was on the top, and I've got to find some replacements as well, so we'll see what we can find. Here are some of the bits of wood that I've taken off the top. These ones here are ones that I have sanded already. So this was the old top face, which has now been made quite a lot smoother, but what I shall do is when I put them back on the table, I will put them back on this way up, so that the old underside will now be the top side, which is a lot more intact and I don't know the word, hard wearing. So yeah, that's what I am doing with the rest of them.
Yeah, no, just so much as gaff tape on it.
Quick repair of the helmet.
Texas sun. Say you wanna hit the highway while the engine roars. Well, come on, roll with me till the sun goes down.
So I just went and did some welding with my neighbour Graham.
Texas sun.
How's it working?
Texas sun.
One of the machines didn't seem to want to work for us, which was the wire fed one, which was a bit annoying, but I think there might be a problem with the way that the wire's being fed in. So we just used a little arc welder and played around with some of the different rods that he had, and ended up using some dissimilar rods. It's new terminology to me, but apparently they're good rods for welding kind of different types of steel together. I've now got my legs on the table all secure, and I'm about to start painting them.
Texas sun. When I far from home and them cold winds blow, stuck out somewhere, the folks are gone. 'Cause you keep me nice and you keep me
Painted with a couple of coats, so I have to turn the table over, give the top a coat of paint because I haven't done that, you know, what at the moment would be the underside, and after that it's finding some nuts and bolts and sticking it back together. Okay, so I have just brought the table back from the back of the garden. I've finished off oiling all of the slats of wood, and the table is all nice and finished and painted, so now it's just for a nice bit of assembly. And I've also got the chair somewhere else that went with it that we have somewhere else in the garden, so I'll fish that out once I'm done.
say you like the way blowing through your hair. Well, come on, roll with me till the sun goes down. Texas sun.
So I have now attached both ends of the table with bolts, and I need to now put in this middle row here. But as you can see, the gaps between all of the slats isn't even, so I've just gone and cut myself a bit of a wedge so I can hammer that in from the other side, and then when I go to drill the holes, and put the bolts in, it will secure them in a nice even spacing. I need to go and change the angle on my wedge. So that's now a bit shallower and nicer, and I got a second one if I need it. This is the table and chair that we've done. They were slightly different woods, so we've got slightly different colour. But here we go.